for the next matches. The next match is going to be Onijin versus Violence JD. New York matchup. Manhattan in the place to be. What do you think about it?
I mean, at this point, we've gotten into the final four that we predicted from the start. So these are basically going to be matches that we've seen before in one form or another. Onijin Kazuya versus Violent JD Josie. I really don't know who's going to take this one. It's going to be action-packed, that's for sure.
And from what I know Onijin has messed around with Josie in the past, so is familiar with it, is familiar with her strings, knows when to hit a button, when not. I'm not sure if it's going to actually transpire in the match. I'm not sure how JD does in Mishima matches. It might be a tendency to get outspaced into which punish electric. This might be a case of tourney experience versus a newcomer who's just making his way. A good newcomer, but still, sometimes experience is all you really need in these matchups. And anticipating the actual characters being selected should be Onijin with Kazuya. Once again, Violence of JD with Josie. I'm not sure if there's going to be any characters selected besides those.
All right, so at this point, this is where it gets serious.
This is money time.
Yeah.
This is for the show.
Because whoever gets into winners finals is at least guaranteed third place and $150. So this is essentially a $150 money match.
Yeah. First two out of three.
$150, easy money. Vegas style. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it up. All right. This is actually one of my favorite stages. And there goes the crowd. They're anticipating it. I wonder who they're taking. I'm pretty sure that they're not exchanging currency. All right, so first round.
All right, this guy's keeping it low compact here. Counter hit, switch low.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be very based on if Onijin decides not to hit buttons at certain times and being counted out of it and being able to punish.
I mean, Onijin's whole gameplay of this tournament, it seems like he needs that first knockdown. Yeah. He needs to start putting people in the blender.
Oh, no punish on that?
If he keeps it a standing match, he ends up losing it.
Yeah,
so.
you can't out-button Josie. He's going to out-get the counter hits, and that's not Kazuya's game.
Nice low parry. First low parry of that string. That's how you're supposed to deal with it. Nice punish. Alright, grabs. Tries to go for the frame trap.
Oof, ducks on reaction to that electric.
Yeah, look at this movement from JD. Stepping out of there with punishes.
Gets the butterfly kick to the wall.
Full combo.
Alright, 2 rounds straight. Pretty dominant.
Round 3.
It seems Onijin is content on trying to... Now he's going to try to be a little bit more patient to try to space him out.
JD just keeping him out. I think he knows, like, if he gets knocked down and he starts getting put into blender, things might go south for him.
Oh, top kick. Oh, that's
here we go.
Setup.
This is what Onijin needs.
Oh, it's an electric block.
Nice low parry again. Punish him for it.
Oh, low parry doesn't finish it.
But comes in with a hell sweep.
Oh, don't punish on that.
Wait from the top.
Didn't finish it under combo. Hit him with 3 hell sweeps.
It felt like all the damage from that came out of the hell sweeps.
It was just hell sweeps.
Just put him in the blender.
Yeah. Good cross dash 3.
Alright,
He's going to keep doing it. Doesn't matter. Until a hell sweep. So far, we've seen 8 hell sweeps and 3, 1, 2, 4 3s.
Nice dog. Nice. Not sure if that's that punishable, but he gets that launch that he needs to get going. Has a decent life lead, but runs into it down 4-2.
It actually might be. Actually, Crash Dash 3 is probably that much too. He probably gets... Ooh. Okay. Knew it.
What a call out.
He's a K, yep. Yep.
Well, what a call out by you
and
JD.
Yes.
I believe I won.
Yep. I've seen that string enough times to know what the follow-up is. So you can't do anything. If you try a high or low, it's going to get beat. The only way to get out of it is either block, wait for the hop kick, or just wait it out or do a mid. A quick mid, I'll beat out the hop kick and you get a float juggle. But that's neither here nor there because Violence DD took the first game pretty convincingly. Onijin's going to have to make some kind of adjustment, be a little bit more patient, block a little bit more on these switch stances to avoid getting counter hit. This is actually one of my favorite boards. I like the music too.
Round 1.
I don't care what anyone says.
I like it when it gets to round 1.
2 straight electrics to the face. He said, Rillo, I heard you tell me to be patient, but I'm gonna start off with some electricity, so whatever. Kick.
Ooh, wow. Oh, jabs him out of the last hit because he delayed it.
Electricity.
JD backing up a little bit, waiting, biding his time.
Bit patience.
Ooh, gets out of there.
Everybody's leaving. Checks the caps. Oh,
Nice mixing up with the crouch dashes and all these little moves. Nice whiff punish right there.
punish on the side step too. Space it out with the side step.
JD has such a nice flow of going in and out. Ooh, just barely gets the combo and he gets wake up load for his trouble. Nice plus frames. Onijin doesn't respect it.
Low.
Nice punish.
He said definitely gets the while sending 1-2 on those blocked crouch F3s.
Ooh,
With a
wow.
butterfly kick. Wakes up. And and the wake up doesn't get up. Got hit with the 3-2. Onijin's down to his last round before he gets sent to losers. JD, Final 3D heading to the winners finals.
Ooh, walked the wrong way on that electric.
And pay for it with his face.
Yeah.
Nope,
He's
no
been
block
doing a
punch.
good job of not getting caught by too many of them, though.
Yeah. Especially when you're in his. It's hard to do electric when someone's pinpoint zero
Again.
range in front of you. Nope, misses out.
Ooh, axe kick, finds his mark. 4-3. No, let's kill it. Okay.
Stay
Get on the ground.
What are you doing? Good duck.
Ooh, I
Doesn't
think
fall
he
out.
wanted, maybe he wanted while standing 1-2, but he still managed to clutch out that round.
Yeah, finish the round. Get on the board. That was important because he hadn't won any rounds yet. Let's see if he has figure something out.
All right, getting these electrics going. Nice low
Good
parry,
low
though.
parry.
Trying to turn on the light build, the lights here, but pace for with his light. Okay, 1-2. I don't think Onijin realizes how advantageous that string is for Josie.
Oh, wow. All right, so Violence JD taking it pretty convincingly over Onijin.
And he makes his way to winners finals.
Winners finals, which will be on Thursday. So he's the first one to make it to winners finals. All right. So that matchup went a little bit different than we thought. The applying the pressure on applying the pressure from Josie to Kazuya helped out because if he was right in front of him, it's really hard to whip punish and do electric right in the face.
Yeah, you have to start guessing on your how you're gonna block something and try to get an opportunity. And a lot of the time, they look like that was one of the few times it felt like Onijin got a good block into something going.
Yeah, it seemed like he guessed wrong more times than he guessed right, and he paid the price, and then
That
boom, guessed
butterfly
wrong
edge,
again
yeah.
to finish the round.
And then right there,
Boom, right into the 3-2 to finish the round.
and then I believe Onijin wins this round.
Oof.
Yeah, gets a
Precise.
good electric.
Yeah, it was more the fact of being hit. JD applying the pressure from range
Yeah,
zero.
Like, look at these feints with the
Yeah.
crouch dash. You're just kind of pushing him towards the wall just based off of movement. Just like threatening, and then he gets the axe kick here. This is where the round starts getting really good for Onijin. Right there, Jeff.
Right
1-2,
there.
and then hell sweep.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to do the while saying 1-2 there after ducking the 3-2, the 3-3.
And then this is the round where JD clutches it out.
Onijin
Yeah.
there applying pressure.
Low parry.
Realizes that he's down to his last round.
Yeah, just felt like he was just trying to force the issue too much.
Yeah. Started to feel the.
Again, then he keeps eating Josie's 1-2-2 as a punish, and then just keeps getting hit afterward. I don't know if he's ducking or trying to press buttons.
He's
but-
trying to hit buttons after he's getting hit on it. That's always pretty much a no-no. So we actually have our first person moving on to winners finals, and that's Violence JD. And he'll be the first one.
And now let's head over to our host, Amy Paffrath, for an interview with our first winners bracket finalist, JD.
That's right, guys. Hanging out with JD. Some awesome gameplay there. You kicked some butt with Josie. Is she your go-to character?
My real go-to character is Bruce, but until then, I gotta stick with Josie. She's been doing work.
Yeah, why'd you pick her for tonight?
People didn't really know who I was until I started playing her. So it was between her and Brian, and because I play on a different platform, it's a bit of a stretch to do exactly what I want to do. So Josie fit the bill quite well.
We'll be seeing you next week. Who do you think is going to join you in the winners bracket tonight?
That's tough. I mean, GM Reno. I've played against GM. He's the reason why I'm here. Reno played against him before, a strong competitor. It'll be exciting to see.
And anyone out there that you think is going to make a comeback and join you next week in the finals?
Who knows? I feel Onijin, that's not the Onijin that I'm accustomed to seeing. He's a force to be reckoned with, and he will always be a threat as long as he's playing.
Well, it's anyone's guess, and we've got more gameplay coming right up. So let's head it back to the casters and get into our next round, guys.
All right, thanks, Amy. So the second match is going to be Fighting Jam versus Reno Face. This is for the second part of whoever gets in the winners finals. What do you think?
I mean, GM's been playing Geese this whole tournament. I'm not sure. The problem